Hi there, students. Off the rails. To go off the rails. The project went off the rails. Okay, this is an idiom which means something's gone wrong. It hasn't gone as planned. So, the party was going fine, but it went off the rails when the police arrived and tried to close down the party. Okay, so if something goes off the rails, it doesn't go as planned. The government have a program for the next 5 years, but in my opinion, it'll go off the rails. Yeah, it's not going to follow the plan that they've set out. He had all of his career path set out, but it went off the rails when he just couldn't get a job. Okay, so to go off the rails, we with this, the rails are talking about the rails for a railway engine. And if you look on the railways, trains go from A to B because the rails go from A to B. And this is a metaphor for your planning. You've planned to go from A to B. But if it goes off the rails, it doesn't end up at its destination. Okay, so yeah, I started the day full of good intentions, and but the day went off the rails when my friend invited me into the pub at lunchtime, and we got rather drunk. Okay, or if somebody goes off the rails, it has the idea of they they succumb or they fall to maybe a vice or a problem or a difficulty. Yeah, so his life went off the rails, or he went off the rails when he turned to alcohol. Yeah, his life, he went off the rails when he got involved with some rather shady characters. And this is the idea of to go off the rails, is not to follow the pre-planned trajectory. Okay, so if somebody goes off the rails, they're not doing the things that life expects them to do. They're not acting in the way that we thought they would behave. So they've gone off the rails. So I think either this idea of to not go as planned, so the lesson that I was giving was going really well, but it went off the rails when the fire alarm went off. And then if a person goes off the rails, they start to do something which is destructive to their life. Yeah, his marriage was going very well until he went off the rails and fell in love with another woman. Okay, everything then changed and it didn't go as planned or as society dictates it should. Formality, to go off the rails. I think I would probably give this 4.5 in formality. Use it in an informal conversation, semi-formal conversation. I guess you could use it in a semi-formal writing, but nothing more formal than that. And as I said, to go off the rails that go from A to B, the railway. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Go off the rails, went off the rails.